What's up, everybody? Back with another video. Today we are going to break down how much money Ronnie Coleman makes from his products on Amazon.com. For any of you who don't know, Ronnie Coleman is an American bodybuilder. He is the winner of the Mr. Olympia title for 8 consecutive years, and he is widely regarded as either the greatest or one of the greatest bodybuilders of all time. And usually people argue whether it's Arnold Schwarzenegger or Ronnie Coleman. Ronnie's nickname is the King. He retired in 2008 and has been an entrepreneur ever since. He launched his line about a decade ago and has been crushing it ever since then. And so we're gonna dive in and see how much revenue this guy is doing on Amazon, so you can get a sense for what kind of volume these influencers do on their products that they launch. I've got a bunch of other videos about this on the channel. Go and check them out. This is all really super interesting information and is good for anybody who is looking to get into this space or work with influencers. You can tell them how much money they stand to make on Amazon by using the types of tools. I'm going to be using Helium 10, specifically going to be using the X-ray tool, and we can dive in. We're going to do a little bit of analysis on the listing and just go through how much this guy is making. So let's jump into it. Here we go. Here he is. This is his main selling ASIN, and ASIN stands for Amazon Selling Identification Number. It's this little thing up here. It's just a listing as far as anybody else is concerned. He's got 3 flavors. It's a 9.5 ounce. This sucker has 420 milligrams of caffeine, which is great for anybody that's trying to have a heart attack. You'll see that whoever is working on his listing has pretty good content in here. They've got some great lifestyle photos. Pictures like this are pretty typical for Amazon. If I were them, I would make sure that I actually had Ronnie holding it just to show, where the product comes from. So they've got some work to do on the listing. It's not the best listing in the world, but they've got some A+ content here on their products. It's actually from the manufacturer, so they uploaded it on the back end. And you can see he's got some content down here that shows who he is and what he's about. And overall, this is a good listing. I would give it probably the same as Helium 10 is giving it, an 8.75 out of 10. It looks like his images are on the small side, but everything else is pretty much good to go. So what we're gonna do first is actually just go to their main selling page. So if you ever want to see who's actually selling the product, you can go over to the buy box here. This is determined by who has the lowest price, who is selling with Prime, and who has the best seller performance rating. And so whoever this is a reseller. This is not the actual brand, Ronnie Coleman Signature Series. They are right here. These guys are only selling a cent lower, and they won the buy box.
What? What the f?
So that's something that the Ronnie Coleman team is going to want to take a closer look at. These guys are over in Florida. We're going to open up all their products. So they got 43 results in here. So lots and lots of products. You'll see that some of these are new. They need to be added as variations on some of these other items, and they will do way better. Overall, lots and lots to talk about with this company when we get in touch with them. So we're going to open up Helium 10, and we're going to use this tool called X-ray. Now, for anybody wondering, this tool, I've talked with Helium 10 a bunch of times. They are usually plus or minus about 11%, and it depends on how much data that you have. So if it's a huge category with lots of big sellers, the margin of error is going to be much smaller. And when you're dealing with below 50 products, you're usually going to be in that like plus or minus 10 to 15%. And so anything that's marked as an NA on here, it's just there's not enough sales to even report, and so you can assume that product is not doing very well. And let's dive into it. So this is 30-day revenue. Over the last 30 days, he's done about $18,000 in revenue. So again, plus or minus 10 to 15%. He's probably doing anywhere from $15,000 to $25,000 on any given day. It's more like $20K to $16K. You'll see that the Yeah Buddy pre-workout is doing about $8,000. This is his best seller. And for an 8-time Mr. Olympia, I would actually say that this is on the lower side as far as pre-workouts go. And if we go, we can check out any other brand. Go to Amazon, look up pre-workout. Some of these best sellers, right, are going to be the ones that you've seen. Optimum Nutrition is a big brand. You'll usually see C4 is up here. Total War is one that me and my wife recently tried, and it's good. It's a good product. I've never personally tried the Ronnie Coleman product, but I am going to give it a shot. Although I'm going to be taking half a scoop because 420 milligrams of caffeine is just way too much. So this is a category that we can trust because they have lots of data. This pre-workout's a huge category on Amazon, and so this data is going to be pretty accurate. On this top line, it looks like there's $13 million just in the top 30 sellers that this is pulling at an average price point of 35 bucks. Looks like Optimum Nutrition is pulling most of the weight in the category at $1.8 million a month at a $23 price point. So if we go back over to Ronnie's products, this is low. You know, as far as everything goes, this brand could be doing a lot more money. I imagine that they prefer most of their sales to happen on the website, and they have landing pages. I've seen, I think they use ClickFunnels. They might use Zipify as well. But as far as influencer brands goes, this is way lower than I would expect. By contrast, right, if you go and look at like the Liver King's product, his is Ancestral Supplements. For any of you who don't know the Liver King, this is that guy on TikTok who claims that he's not on steroids, but is an absolute beast. And we'll do another video on this, but I think this listing on its own beats all of Ronnie Coleman's products by a landslide. Yeah, these guys are doing $618,000 in revenue per month. So Ronnie Coleman's Signature Series, it is time to bump your game up. It also looks like they have a ton of issues with other brands selling their product, both for a more expensive price and for a slightly cheaper price. So overall, their performance on Amazon is, you know, like a 2 or 3 out of 10 in terms of total potential that they could do on the platform. I hope this was an interesting video. If you want to do research like this for your own products and make a pitch to any of your affiliates that you work with, go to my description down below, and there's a link to Helium 10. You can get 20% off for the first 6 months, which is a brand new promotion. It's only $72 per month for the product that I was just using. Even if you use it for a month, you can get a huge discount. There's also a 50% off the first month coupon down below. So pick your poison, whatever you want. Helium 10 is a great tool. You can also use Jungle Scout and ZONGURU, but I found that the user experience is so-so. I really love both of those companies. I worked for Jungle Scout for a long time, but the user interface and the accuracy of the Helium 10 data is typically just more trustworthy on Helium 10. So thank you so much for checking out this video, and I hope to see you next time.